Okay, we are back. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with our co-hosts, Andrea Kay and Urban Miaris. And we have our final guest of the day, Miss Wessal Khader from Veterans United Home Loans of San Diego. Welcome, Wessal.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Great. So tell us a little bit about your firm. What is it you do? And probably more importantly, tell us who you service.
I'll tell you about that first.
Okay.
We serve veterans. We are a home loan company that's dedicated to serving veterans, helping them obtain a piece of the property they've defended. We started as a regular mortgage company, I think you could call us, back about 11 years ago out of Columbia, Missouri. Did a couple mortgages, came across a VA loan, did not really enjoy the process. It could be difficult if you're not an expert at it. It's difficult for you as a company and for the veteran that you're working with. So we decided to specialize and make this a much easier benefit that veterans have obtained, make it easier for them to actualize the benefit. So
tell us what's different about a VA loan or a government loan. What do you do differently for veterans than you would do for a conventional loan?
Well, it's, because it's a benefit that they've earned, there's a lot, it's a lot better loan. It's the best loan, I think, that you could get. I wish I was a veteran to get one. It's a great loan. And it's because it's 100% financing. There's no down payment on a VA loan, which is, you're shocking. I see your face, Andrea.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
very
amazing.
unique product. There's no private mortgage insurance either because the loan itself is being guaranteed by the VA, which is the exact benefit.
Hold on one second. You're telling me that you can do 100% financing with no private mortgage insurance.
That's correct.
Wow.
And very competitive interest rates. It's a fantastic product, and it's a benefit that they earn because the VA doesn't lend the money itself. Companies like mine lend the money, and the VA guarantees to us that their veteran will make those payments. And if they don't, the VA is going to step in and guarantee the loan. That's the benefit that they've earned. Right. And most people don't understand it. A lot of veterans don't even know that they've earned this benefit. So we are on the prowl, educating nonstop, making sure that we are teaching veterans about this benefit and all the other pieces of financial literacy as well.
Interesting. And is there a scale of loans? Is there a minimum, maximum, anything like that, what the veterans can qualify for?
There are a couple different rules that you'll hear in passing. One of them is that, yes, you can get 100% financing, but you can get it up to a county loan limit. So in San Diego County, the limit that you can get 100% financing up to is $546,250, which is a great amount.
Yeah.
And you can still purchase a home above and beyond that. We do that regularly, especially up in North County and some higher priced home areas, but there's a small down payment required, which is just 20% of the difference between the loan limit and the loan amount. So your home price. So it's still significantly less than a conventional loan.
Yeah, they've given you a lot of flexibility is what you're telling me.
Yes, absolutely. And the qualification to get the loan credit-wise is far less strict than a conventional loan or FHA.
And while the housing market seems to have rebounded quite a bit in San Diego, it's still affordable for people to buy homes and for our veterans.
It is, and it's a great asset to have. A lot of people are PCSing, getting stationed from one place to another, but a lot of people in San Diego are fortunate enough that they get to stay here for part of their tenure in the military, and a lot of people love to retire here, which I hope to do someday as well, and that's very helpful for the market here. There's a lot of people to be helped, a lot of people that don't understand the product that we are happy to educate about. More importantly, to the industry here in San Diego, real estate agents are also in need of education about this product. We see a lot of issues with our veterans offers being accepted by the listing agents and sellers in the community because they're fearful that there are additional fees or issues that might arise as a result of accepting an offer. So we are always advocating and going to bat for veterans when they make offers on properties to make sure that they can actually realize that dream of homeownership.
Right. Wow. And you do some other things for the veterans that are not common as well. Tell us a little bit more scope of what you do for the veterans.
Sure. Doing loans is fun, and we like it because we're experts at it. So you like doing things you're good at, and that's how we felt over the last few years. But we have employees that are extremely passionate, that live on a set of values, both personally and professionally. It's not cool to be a part of our company if you don't. So it's kind of this great culture we've created. And one of the results of that culture was that our employees cared a lot about their clients. We have regularly in our office service-disabled veterans that have their service dogs with them, widows of service-connected disabled veterans who've passed away as a result of service. A lot of different situations have tugged at our heartstrings over the years, and our employees created a foundation called Veterans United Foundation that is it's amazing. Over 90% of our employees pledge 1% of their salaries to the foundation. The company matches it, and we've only started this just over 3.5 years ago,
Wow.
and have raised nearly $10 million with just our employees.
Wow. And where do those funds go? How do they go to help the veterans? What do you guys do?
It's amazing. They're hyper local. So we have a branch obviously in San Diego. We're in Mission Valley, right across the street from the VA actually. And so our local branch here decides where that money goes. They identify needs in the community, and the majority of it is supporting foundations that are already assisting the military here, who we're very fond of and just love their mission. So we do a lot of that. And there's a lot of one-off scenarios too. If we have a client who needs a service dog, or if we have a situation where one of our employees' neighbors has cancer, we are able to help on any level because the employees put the request in, and a committee on the foundation made of employees decides where the yay or nay comes from. So it's very easy to assist locally.
Wow. Well, when you empower the local people, it is.
Absolutely.
And that's amazing. So for our listeners, I posted your picture up on Facebook, and you're not only lovely, but you're a young lady. And, how did you get into this business? And, you seem to have such a passion for it. Tell us a little bit about you.
I'm from Missouri. So I'm from a tiny town, 100-person town in Missouri. And I moved on up to the big leagues and moved to Columbia, Missouri, where we have the University of Missouri, Mizzou. Go Mizzou. I'm sure there are a lot of Mizzou listeners out here. I actually found a bar here locally that's just for Mizzou fans.
What?
Which is amazing.
Who knew?
I'm definitely going there when football season starts to get some fun. But we're from a small town. So the two brothers, Brant and Brock Bukowski, who started our company, were Mizzou grads in a small local community. You're talking a 100,000-person town where the majority of it is a university. So you've got a young population. They came up with the idea to start the company there, and it's grown since then. I graduated from Mizzou and went straight into the company and have been dedicated to it for the last 6 years. And, we're only 11 years old, so we've seen some massive growth in the last 6 years.
It's an amazing story. You're an 11-year-old company, and you're already number three in the nation.
For VA volume, that's correct.
Wow.
After our very, very close friends, Wells Fargo and USAA, we're doing great things, helping a lot of veterans nationally. And we've been doing loans in Southern California for the entire tenure of our company. But the branch office, the local face-to-face business, has just started about 2.5 years ago.
Wow.
So, we hope to be here forever.
Part of that.
I just moved here myself in January. I opened the branch a couple years ago, kept visiting San Diego for business purposes.
Oh,
but
sure.
I fell in love with it, so I decided to relocate. So I'm going to be here for my life. I want to build my career here and be a part of this community. And we're going to be opening multiple branch locations to service the military from Orange County all the way down to Mexico. And that's what we're here to do.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, let me put you on the spot. You ready? You ready?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you tell our audience, veteran is an all-encompassing word. What veterans do qualify and what who have served our military don't? I'm talking about National Guard, reservists, and all. What about widows and widowers? And also tell about earthquake insurance.
Sure.
And VA loans.
A lot of questions. I can give you a lot of quick answers. We have a certain qualification the VA requires to obtain the loan. There's 90 days of active duty service during wartime, whether a reservist, a Guard member, or someone who's activated already. 90 days during wartime. And unfortunately, U.S. considers that we've been at war since August of 1990. So we're still technically considered at war from our government. So that's almost any veteran these days that you're aware of, anyone who's active right now, or Guard or reservist. But if there's no active service for a Guard or Reserve member, 6 years minimum time of service to qualify. That's to be eligible to utilize the benefit. Then there's also the credit qualification side, which the typical average credit score you'd need to qualify would be about a 620 with our company. And that's a very easily attainable credit score.
That's great.
Yeah.
620 FICO score, that's...
Yes.
Yeah.
And when it's not attainable, which is unfortunately a lot of the time, people get deployed, bills go unpaid, and we have credit score issues, we've created a division called the Lighthouse Division that is there for complimentary credit counseling for any veteran who doesn't currently qualify. And we just hit our 5,000th lifetime member who's graduated from that program last month that owns a home because we help them with their credit and we help them show them the light at the end of the tunnel for how they could become a homeowner.
That's great.
And widows, widowers?
Widowers also, if their spouse has passed as a result of service in some way, whether it was during active service or after the fact from health deterioration as a result of any disabilities or medical issues incurred during service, they are also entitled to own a home, even though their spouse has passed on. And we do those loans regularly, and they are a very special client.
And is
for
an
us.
earthquake automatically included?
It's not actually.
Oh, I thought it was.
There are certain county limits where if you're in an area that's known for having earthquakes, you're going to have earthquake insurance. Of course, we have a lot of that around here, so the majority of the time an earthquake policy is needed or already included in the homeowner's insurance policy that comes along.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
You're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business here on KFSD AM 1450 and FinancialNewsTalk.com. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with my co-hosts Andrea Kay and Urban Miaris, and our guest is Wessal Khader from Veterans United Home Loans of San Diego. So you've done an awful lot of work in an awful short period of time. I have to throw my 2 cents into this one.
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Here we go.
Saul's laughing.
I know. I have spoken in front of literally thousands and thousands of loan officers across the country. I've seen it all. Okay, and to see a success story of what you can do for a group, and granted, most of the time I see an expansive group. It's expansive, but it's still narrow. It's veterans. Okay, and be able to do it and do it right. My hat's off. I think I just think what you're doing is wonderful.
Thank you very much. We pride ourselves on trying to operate on the same set of values that our incredible clients do. We follow their suit. They are living their lives with the highest morals and values of anyone in our country, as far as I'm concerned. And we try to get to that level as civilians. I don't think we'll ever be able to really reach that level of understanding, but we really try to identify, and it helps us in our business.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I love what you said at the beginning of the interview about giving them a chance to, have a piece of the American dream that they fought so hard for. And I know that's got to mean a lot to you, Urban, to hear that there's a company out there that shares that, that has that mindset.
It is. We just got over during the recession. So many veterans wound up in foreclosure, and they didn't need to be. And, you got Veterans United who started right when the recession hit us, just at the base of it, and we're still coming out of it, and look at the volume they're doing.
Yeah.
Proof in the pudding, as they say.
That's right. And you know what? Actually, which this is an impressive fact, but the VA loan has the lowest default rate of any loan in this country.
Wow.
And I think it's because our military prides themselves on paying their bills and doing the right thing and personal pride in their work. It's something that has really translated into good numbers for our economy, actually.
Yeah, and I'm sure it also helps if they're working with people that don't get them into a home that they really can't afford in the first place.
That's very important. Good catch, Andrea.
Well, we're starting to run short on time. Why don't you tell our listeners how they can find out more about Veterans United Home Loans of San Diego?
Sure. Anytime anyone has a question, whether you're a veteran or an agent listening that's interested in learning more about this home loan benefit, they can call our branch at 619-296-LOAN or 619-296-5626. We also have a website, sandiegovu.com, where veterans can register for free workshops there where they can learn about the benefit in a very comfortable way at our branch in Mission Valley. We also come to any organization that wants a session. And agents also are welcome to our branch anytime if they want to learn more how to approach the military and feel comfortable asking the question, did you serve? Because a lot of agents don't. And so we teach a lot about that every other Wednesday in our branch in Mission Valley, free lunch and learns for our real estate partners.
Okay, great.
Alrighty.
Well, we appreciate it. Thanks for being with us. This has been wonderful, and I definitely want to connect you up with some of our other folks that fit right in there into the veteran community, thanks to Mr. Urban Miaris over here.
Yes, thank you very much, Urban. It's an honor to sit with you today.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay, you are listening to Close Up on San Diego Business, where we get up close and personal with homegrown San Diego businesses and the people that are working hard to make a difference in our community. This is FinancialNewsTalk.com. I'm your host, Barry Waxler. We will be back next